What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Okay, listen. I owe you guys a huge apology. A 50-minute video is unacceptable. But I look out there on Thursdays and I see people with 15-minute Queen Sugar reviews, 9-minute Queen Sugar reviews. To me, I don't see how are you reviewing such one of the most layered shows on television to date, and you're doing it under 20 minutes. I don't know, but shout out to y'all that's doing it and doing it well. Okay. Queen Sugar, episode 11, all good. Starts out with Micah and Charlie, and they're talking, back and forth. And I come in on Micah talking with Charlie about finalizing things with his dad and everything. And she's looking at her phone. The Knicks keep calling. Well, why are they calling you? I thought somebody else was handling Dad's business. And she's saying, yeah, they are. It's just that they used to me. I felt funny about that answer, but I accepted it, okay? And so did Micah. He got to get up and go and take and walk Kiki to school. And she's like, oh, Kiki, what's the going on with that? And he's like, oh, nothing, we're just friends. And she's like, oh, and he wouldn't give her more information. He strolled on out, and she had a look on her face like, okay, I'm watching that. She really did. She had a look on her face like, I am watching y'all. Okay. Mike is going out, and Aunt Vi's coming in. We see Aunt Vi at the High Yellow, and the High Yellow is buzzing, baby. Aunt Vi run a tight ship, okay, and I am not mad at her. In comes the owner, and he is fussing. What's going on? I don't like this. I don't like that. She like, look, we talked about it, okay? We talked about it. This place is dead. It's not popping. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. 2 nights a week, Friday and Saturday, we're going to have dancing. We're going to have music. We're going to have booze, drinks. He's like, some of my church friends come in here. She was like, okay, well, they going to get drunk tonight. I think it's a great idea. I'm super, super proud of my vibe, and I'm here for it, okay? Then we see all the board-alone children meeting together. It's a family meeting, which also includes Remy, and they're recapping what they talked about last week, which is we were offered $4 million. We agreed not to sell, and I've been looking into this. Charlie says, she's like the moderator, the leader of the group. And I found a meal, and it's such and such meal, and Remy knows the meal. It's in St. John's Parish, 16 hours away. She's saying we could move our cane by truck. We just have to rent the trucks. And Remy is like, I don't think Ralph Angel, whom I'm super proud of, because he really seems like he knows about this cane. And if he doesn't know everything like Remy, he seems like he is doing his research, and he just expresses that he is afraid that by the time the cane gets to St. John's Parish Mill, it will have crystallized. And apparently this is a problem. Okay, remember, we have to have really, really pure cane, and in order to get the bonus. And so we need everything to be optimizing at the highest level. Okay. Um, she also lets them know that the money's going to be really, really short, cut tight. They're going to have to get a loan because she's decided to divorce Davis, and her lawyer has advised her not to go into any of the joint accounts until the divorce is finalized. Um, what I loved about her saying this is that nobody said, well, what are we going to do about money? What are we going to do? They all just rallied and supported her and just said, we're proud of you, especially Nova. We're proud of you. And you're doing the right thing. And we're really, really proud that you're doing what's best for you and what's best for Micah. And that was a really, really good moment. And honestly, when I think about it, it makes me tear up because Papa Bordelon would be so proud of his kids right now, just how hard they're trying and how hard they're working to make this thing work. Okay. So, Ralph Angel's gotta go. Nova wants to stick around. You need me to stick around, Charlie, and just we want to talk things through, like, sister, you want us to do that? And she's like, no, I don't need it. I'm good, I'm fine. And Remy's walking past Nova as Nova's walking out, and she's like, I bet you are fine. So she leaves on out. Remy closes the door behind her. He walks up to Charlie, boy, did I tell y'all I could feel that heat radiating. Oh, between them, it was just like, eh. So, um, you know, and he walks right up to her, and just the look, the way she looked at him, she just gave him the glance over. I don't know. I know he married with children in real life, but I just feel like the chemistry between them is so real. Ooh, I'm sold out for this whole Remy Charlie relationship. I am sold out. Okay. So he says, I'm trying to be respectful, and she said, well, say something. He said, I know what I want to say, baby. And he says it with his lips, baby, and his hands. He gathers him a whole handful of Charlie, not like an old video vixen type of way where he grabs. He just, ooh, he brings her close and tight. Ugh, ugh. Ooh, y'all. My. Next thing we see, old Micah. He coming back from walking, uh, I guess, Kiki to school. He comes in, he catches Remy and Charlie kissing. And he's stunned. He is stunned. He is like, what the? My mama's got lips and a tongue. My mama's a breathing, living human being. What the? Okay. Remy's like, I better go. Gathers his stuff and walks out. And he stops for a moment, as Micah's facing his mom and Remy is leaving. He stops for a moment. He wants to say something, but he realized as a man, as a former teenager and boy, now it's not a good time, and he moves on out. So Charlie goes immediately into, I'm sorry, baby. She kept saying baby, 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 which I still call my niece and nephew baby, and they almost 30 years old. They in their mid-20s. I can't help it. But I don't know why it bothered me. She kept calling him baby. I wanted her to speak very firmly and very clear with him. I don't know why it's bothering me, but it was. Sorry. He said, I'm so sorry. And I don't know, I kind of felt like sorry implied that she was doing something wrong. I just felt like it was she could have explained it to him in a way that it didn't make it seem like what she was doing was dirty. Anyway, he says, sorry, you sure have moved on fast. Okay, don't get your bottom lip pop, Micah. Don't do it. Don't do it. I went on by. We'll talk about that. Anyway, Um, did you ever love dad, or was it all just for show? Okay, you really working on getting your eye blacked and chopped right here in this area right here, Micah, right in here, right in here. And she's like, "What do you? Well, of course I did. Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "Your dad's sleeping with hookers, and you in here tongue kissing the cutest man ever." Micah, baby, he don't even want to hear it. He don't even want to hear it. He storms out. It was so disrespectful. I'm gonna give him a pass because I guess it is a little difficult when you realize that your parents are living, breathing human beings, and they not Superman and Wonder Woman. So I'm gonna give him a pass. Next, we see Darla walking Blue into school, and he is just the cutest little thing, and I can't help but notice he don't have Kenya with him. Where Kenya at? Okay, you done brought Kenya to life and got her walking you to school into school. You don't even need the doll no more, huh, Blue? Mm-hmm. And we see Miss Velez, anyway, the teacher. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know the Ralph Angels didn't tell me that there was a babysitter." Ooh, Dollar say, actually I'm Blue's mom. And the teacher was not throwing shade. She was very apologetic. She said, "I am so sorry. Please forgive me. You know, Blue talks about you all the time. He has tons of pictures of you here that he draws every day. He just loves you so much." And um Darla, I don't know, y'all. Y'all, please help me with Darla. Please, I need y'all help. Please help me with Darla. I don't like Darla, y'all. I don't like her. I don't like her. I can't believe I have turned on Darla like this, but it's something about her that is rubbing me the wrong way. She got a bad taste in my mouth, something fierce, and I cannot get it out. Okay? First of all, let's talk about it, all right? She wants to know about this Jamal kid Blue is telling me about, this bullying. And Miss Valez is like, "Listen, this is my first time hearing about this. I'm just stunned. I will look into it." Yeah. And to me, Darla is like, "Yeah, you do that." She had a real haughty type energy. Her energy was very um know-it-all-ish. Uh, it was borderline aggressive. It was borderline aggressive. I felt like she was attempting to assert herself as Ralph Angel's guardian, but it was coming across as intimidation. My opinion. I'm prepared to be wrong. So she pulls out a piece of paper and "This is my contact number. If any of you need anything, if anything goes on with Blue, you please contact me at this number." So what else is Miss Valez gonna do except take the number? She takes the number. It all kind of happened like in a hailstorm. It was just like, "Oh, Blue talks about you and love you," and then she went right into Jamal and right into this number. And at first I was like, "Is she marking her territory or what's going on with that?" I got my good eye on you, darling. Okay. Next we see Charlie and Nova. She's coming over because she got to talk to somebody about, first of all, what happened with Michael, but second of all, Remy and how that kiss felt and how she wants more. Okay? That's your sister. What else I mean, that's what sisters do, right? So she said I kissed Remy and Michael saw, and it was a mistake. Nova said no, it was a choice. Oh, when I tell you that right there speaks to my spirit when she say it wasn't a mistake, it was the choice. We got to learn how to stop um abusing ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. And she said Remy's a good man. Ooh, when you get you a old good reference, when you get you a good reference on a man, I tell you what. Hmm. And listen, let me tell you about this acting that Charlie is doing. Okay. Did y'all hear the stuffiness in her nose? Did y'all hear that stuffiness in her nose? She had been crying for real. This ain't no reality TV, y'all. This is for real acting they doing. 18 years she was with Davis. More than half of her life. And that's the only man she ever been with. Nova Nova did her like Nova did her like Angela Simmons' sister did, when Angela said she got pregnant the first time she had sex. Not even you don't even. I mean, what about Richard? I mean, I thought in high school you would have. I mean, I just never imagined you. Okay, let's work with this. I thought that was hilarious. Um, and she says, you know, listen, you didn't do bad for your first, okay? And 18 years of it, come on now. You have nothing to, and she says, Charlie's, laughs and that makes her feel a little bit better. And she says, she not gonna lie. She want more. She want more from Remy. She enjoyed it. She want to do it again and add to it. Please, can I please, sir, may I have more? Please, sir. And I feel guilty. Michael's gonna hate me. Nova say, listen, he 15 years old. All his hopes and dreams is wrapped up in what mommy and daddy looks like. He'll come around and he gonna be all right. And then she takes her to the bank. I got just what you need. I thought she was gonna give us some magic weed. The same weed that can be used for hurricanes. And you know, we see Charlie laying down and she's in her bra and her panties. And Nova she's burning candles and she just begins to, you know, go over her. And normally I feel a little uncomfortable with things of this nature because I don't really play around with a lot of black magic and that type of thing. Seances and rituals and that type of thing. But I don't know, I really respected this process. I respected this process and I didn't view it in the same way. I think some of the things that she was speaking over the dialect that I did not understand was Nigerian, African. Um, and I can relate to some of the things that she was saying as an African American woman, um, brought up in a very strict Christian household, Pentecostal. We were not taught to embrace our bodies, and I grew up uh, in a very strict way. And to this day, I love being naked, y'all. I do. I do. It don't bother me. I could be naked in front of anybody. I don't care. And it's the thing I'm most proud of. Outside of being a look in the head. But she just starts speaking over her, these things, and she says make her, comfortable with being naked, you know, comfortable with taking risks, comfortable with falling, build a pathway of comfort, of attraction, cleansing. Let her know she's entitled to be loved. Oh, that touched my heart. It did. It did. It did. It did. Okay. And mother of a mirror, mother of abundance. Charlie, be free from pain, regret, guilt. I did cry. I ain't gonna get emotional on this. I'm not gonna do it. Charlie, be free from pain, fear, regret, guilt, and from heartbreak. And when she does that, you know, through this whole ritual, she told Charlie a couple of times to be quiet, be silent, focus. And it was like once she started speaking this positivity and this affirmation into her sister's life and her being and her energy, Charlie just fell in line with it. And at the end, when she gets to the end, Charlie exhales. And there is this moment that she has where she just kind of gives it back. Just gives it, releases it out into the universe. Let the universe break it up, chop it up, and dispel it. Throw it into the wind and take it as far away from her as she possibly can. And I was so excited for Charlie. And I was so proud of Nova for sharing that with her sister. I was proud of Charlie for letting herself experience it. And I was proud of how they let that sort of knit them together, that experience. Then we see Darla and Ralph Angel at the school. Evidently, Blue done got in a fight with this little boy Jamal. Now, Darla's there when Ralph Angel come in. He realized, Darla, that what you doing here? Well, Miss Ruiz called me and told me that Blue got into a fight. And Ralph Angel's like, oh my goodness. Well, and she goes on to give him more information. Well, don't worry, because he happened to kick Jamal's behind. Ralph Angel's kind of proud of that. That Dollar, first of all, you don't tell him how Miss Ruiz got your number. And you trying to make it seem like you've been there a while and you've gotten all the information and you're informed. Anyway, there's this back and forth between Blue's parents and Jamal's parents, and Jamal's parents appear to be snobs and stuck up and tight assed. And Ralph Angel and Dollar worked together to kind of shut them up and send them on their way, kinda. And Jamal's parents did mention the Barbie doll, which I was like, ho ho ho. Don't nobody mention Kenya but me, sir. And Ralph Angel always goes to aggression, and Darla was right there with him. So Ms. Ruiz was the mediator. She said, listen, 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 listen. This is about reconciliation. We need you both to go home, talk to your sons, and let them know this is unacceptable. If we have any more reports of bullying or physical violence, then the next recourse is them being expelled. And they all leave. As Ralph Angel is leaving, Darla leaves just ahead of him, and Miss Ruiz is looking at Ralph Angel like, I just wait, because see, normally they talk, and she's kind of been helping out with Blue, but Ralph Angel don't really seem like he got time for her at all. Okay. And you can see he puts his hand on the small Darla's back, just kind of, on out the door. And when I tell you, Miss Ruiz or Valez or Luez or whatever, the teacher, the look on her face was like, God damn. Then we see Too Sweet with Nova. Evidently, he living with Nova ever since he lost his mind at the shelter. And Nova is basically rearing this child. She's his one and only source of encouragement, and it's giving him everything that he needs to forge ahead and to continue to fight for his own life and his own well-being. I love seeing Nova in these situations because I think this is who Nova's mom was. She was a nurturer, and she was a giver, a caring person. I love seeing Nova in these scenes, and I love to hear the dialogue and the energy that she puts into uplifting this young African American man. Then we see Charlie. Charlie dressed to the nines. She's a beautiful girl anyway, and she's into a voicemail from Remy, baby. And Remy got Remy got game. Okay. He's telling her, he said, I feel bad, but I want to see you again. And I understand, but when can I taste your sweet lips again, sugar? And she's listening, and she is all about it. Aunt Vi comes in, and she's excited. Evidently, Charlie's dressed to the nines because she's going to a champagne brunch. But before she goes to this champagne brunch at this prep school that Michael's supposed to be going to, and all the big wigs are supposed to be there. The governor and all these fancy people are supposed to be there, and she's got to go by the farm because the loan officer is supposed to be coming by the farm. And Aunt Vi tells her that she heard about her divorce in Davis, and she thinks that's good, and she's proud of her as well. And she tells her, she said, when they violate the love we give them, we have to cut them loose. And Charlie thanks her and understands, and she said, this doesn't include Hollywood, does it? He's not included in with your ex. And David's, is he? And she says, no, Hollywood's not included. And I was like, you're damn right. You bet nobody say nothing bad about Hollywood. Okay. Anyway, we get to hear Charlie's whole name. Charlie's whole name is Charlotte Bordelon West. Okay, Charlotte West. And Vi reminded her to remember to tell them at school that her name is Bordelon, not West. Bordelon. Okay, remember to change that, boo. Now, what you bet we hear that West again? What you bet we hear a little bit more about that West? Okay, I hear Mama's coming up, don't you? Okay. Listen, and Badu, I think is one of my subbies, hopefully, made a comment. And she said, or he, I'm not sure, said that it did knock me for a loop, y'all. I'm not sure. She said, they said, what you bet that Charlie's mother might be a Landry or a Boudreaux? Y'all, oh, your girl not ready. Your girl's not ready. Your girl is not ready. Okay? We can't deal with it right now. We can't process that right now. We got a video to do. Okay, let's get back to it. Michael's giving Charlie the silent treatment. He comes in as she's talking to Aunt Vi, and he's only gonna talk to Aunt Vi. He's not gonna talk to Michael. He going to the mall. I'll be back later on by to help you decorate the high yellow. Um, Charlie says, "How you get into the mall?" He act like he don't hear her and walk out. And so Charlie tells Aunt Vi he's giving me the silent treatment, and I'm with Aunt Vi. Aunt Vi say you need to give him the ass whooping treatment, and I concur. You ain't got to whip him. Just right in here, just real quick. Charlie takes her rings with her. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, is she trying to sell the rings? Cause that would be smart. Them some banging rings. Then we see Blue and Ralph Angel in the kitchen, and he want to know where his mom at. And Ralph Angel say, "Your mama not here right now." He say, "I know, but can at least call her?" He said, "Well, I'm not enough for you. You don't want to be with me no more. You don't just want to hang with me." He said, "No, that's not it, Dad. I just like it when it's all three of us together." Let me tell y'all something. I feel like when he said this, when Blue said this, it made me realize why I wasn't feeling Dollar. Okay. Dollar gives me a witch feel. Not like, she gives me a witch feel like she's orchestrating something, like she's manipulating something, like she's moving pawns. Okay, and that bothers me. It's really bothering me, y'all. And I don't think there's anything wrong with her trying to bring her family back together or be in her son's life. It just seems like the way she's going about it, I don't know, y'all. It don't seem like it's going to be prosperous for Blue at all. Charlie comes in. Ralph Angel's got the assessment for the cane. It looks good. If they do 300 acres, bring 300 acres to the mill, they should get 1.5 million, which is awesome. We're going to be rich. She says, what if we did all 800 acres? We get 4.2 million for all 800 acres. Ralph Angel is beyond excited. She tell him to calm down. We hadn't even harvested it yet. Let's calm down. Let's breathe deep. We hear car wheels pull up outside. Now they expecting a loan officer, right? But y'all, I promise you, the way them brakes sounded when the car stopped in front of the house, I knew it was trouble. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. I felt like it was trouble. Sure enough, it's Mr. Boudreaux. I just thought I'd come and visit. I hadn't heard back from y'all about my offer. Now, Ralph Angel is cock diesel, okay? He ready to fight, okay? Just like he was when they came to take his daddy's tractor, repossess his daddy's tractor. He want to fight, and really, his aggressive, threatening behavior doesn't seem to shake Mr. Boudreaux at all. Okay, he tells them, Charlie tells them we've decided to not to take your offer. Ralph Angel wanted to get off the property, and he tells them this is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. He said, y'all little plot of land is right smack dab in the middle of all the Landry property, and you need to make it easy on yourself. Take an offer. It's very generous. And he says, you know what? And so Charlie said, well, is that a threat? It's not a threat. It's a hypothetical proposition. Look at the devil. And he says, y'all need to cooperate or things might get difficult. So Charlie, now meanwhile, Ralph Angel is steady, you know, Get off my property. Charlie looked that devil in the eye and she said, you got money, you got power, you got influence. But all of that is coming to an end. And I promise you, the look in her eye and the intent in what she said rang more true and was more of a threat and more of an intimidation than anything Ralph Angel was doing. He looked at that black woman and he knew she meant business. And he got his stuff and got off that property. Come on, Charlie. Give me one. Boom. Okay, y'all, let's wrap it up. Before he leaves, he tells them, oh, yeah, I know y'all waiting on the loan officer. Don't worry. We saw your application. It's denied. Y'all, they're going to have to fight these fools. So we see Charlie next at the brunch. And she happens to see, I guess he's the owner of the Stingers or the coach of the Stingers. I didn't catch his name. He recognizes her. Small world. They have chit chat. Just like all the borderline women, Charlie has a way of charm and words. They come out syrupy sweet. She's good at what she does. He sees she's wearing her ring. He wants to talk about Davis being a free agent. What's up with that? His organization is called the Stingers. Charlie makes a roundabout suggestion that he might want to bring Davis on as a Stinger. He's like, wait a minute. He is a grade A top of the line ball player. Would he consider coming to the Stingers? And she's like, you never know until you ask. He mentions the scandal, and she says, he's surprised to see her wearing a ring. She said, let me be candid. I am a CEO. This is about business now. I'm a CEO. Okay, of Corporation Davis. And whether he's a gentleman or a gigolo, it's all about packaging. Let me tell you what she's doing here. She's keeping her money coming. Okay? She going to get a commission if if Davis gets picked up by the Stingers. And that's going to increase in his own personal wealth, which increases how much she gets in the divorce. Okay? Keeping him working is keeping her money coming. She needs her money coming. Okay? We see Aunt Vi with her party wig on, y'all. Ooh. And the high yellow is jumping, baby. She's setting up. In comes Too Sweet and Nova. Too Sweet, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Nova talks to Ralph Angel. She said, "What are you?" Yeah, Charlie told me about Borderline. I mean, Mr. Boudreaux coming over there. I wish I had been there. I'd have put a root on him. I'm thinking to myself, you can put a root on somebody. Go and do it just for GP, baby. Go and put the root on the whole clan. So then we see Nova talk to Micah, and he don't want to talk about it. And she's like, "You gonna listen? You need to go easy on your mom. Real people mess up sometimes." He said, "Well, they mess up more than me and you, not really." Just think about everything she went through, the betrayal, the humiliation, and dodging all the arrows, taking all the arrows, all while protecting you from those same arrows. She said, you're a lucky boy. Think about it that way. And he gets it, he realizes. And I want to say this is why aunties are important. Okay, then we see Too Sweet talking to Micah. They talking about balling. I'm not going to go there. Okay? I'm not going to do it. Okay? I don't want to talk about it. Party begins. Aunt Vi's thanking everybody. She opened the door. She's smoothing everybody come in. Boy, it is a party. Everybody having a good time. Yeah. We see um Remy walk up to Charlie. He want to dance, y'all. He just want to feel her body up against his just one more time, y'all. The heat between them is it's 300 degrees, baby. It's hot as fish grease, okay? And she look over at Micah, and Micah gives her the okay to go ahead and get her the groove on. And I was like, yay. You got Micah's permission, baby. You can do anything you want to do. Get to it. Ralph, Angel, and Darla. Ralph Angel drinking the beer. Darla walk over. She got on this sweetest pie dress. You want to dance? They put a slow song on. They get up. First of all, they was sitting there kind of awkward, like she wanted him to ask her to dance, and she knew he was gonna ask her to dance. Like this is something she's been cultivating. You know what I'm saying? She been working her way slowly but surely back into this family. Ooh, dog. Don't make me cuss you out. Don't make me cuss you out about Ralph, Angel, and Blue. Don't make me cuss you out about my family. Anyway, he want to dance. They get up and they dancing slow dancing. And I remember thinking to myself, is this chemistry? Do they have chemistry? Or is she just present? She's making herself consistently present and available. Looks like chemistry, feels like chemistry, but is it chemistry? That's all I got, y'all. All right, listen. Thanks so much to everybody who comments and who gives me such wonderful feedback and input and their own personal insights. Y'all, I read every one of them. I I I love it. You guys open my eyes. You guys brighten my day. It means so much to me because I put so much into these videos, and it means so much to me, y'all, that y'all like them and y'all like my commentary. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all,